Gonna play a game at that game place. We're gonna play a game tonight. Hi everybody. How's it going? Welcome to that game place. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy show today because it is weird. I kind of wish I had that Ghostbusters clip of cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria, because I feel like I'm still asleep right now. For those who haven't heard, apparently Halo is coming to PlayStation consoles, so yeah, make of that what you will. Apparently, the sun will turn into an ice ball as we speak, and pigs will fly, because that is weird. And also in other news, we're going to be covering a bit of a Street Fighter collab coming on, as well as some crazy censorship going on against attractive female characters with certain characteristics that activists might not be okay with. It is going to be a fun one today, but I cannot do it alone. That's why I brought my pal Culture Casino. You're not Culture Casino.
Oh, wait, hold on.
How's it going, Kevin Apollo?
My man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I am doing good. You know, I was starting this out this stream, and I'm like, my God, I was so last minute getting things ready that I was like, you know, how do I start? And I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's a song in my heart, and maybe that's also why I don't quit my day job or night job in this case, because it's a nighttime stream. Kevin, have you been up to anything? Been playing any games? I know you've been a busy man.
Yeah, so I took the Switch 2 with me, and I went to go set it up. And then it was supposed to come with a copy of the new Pokemon game. I was really irritated to learn that it was a digital copy. I thought it was a
oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about, because when I got the Switch 2, because for those who don't know, I went to GameStop on launch day. It was quite an experience. It was the first time I ever went to a console launch, and someone backed into the manager's girlfriend's vehicle, so that was something. It was a crazy night, but I did go to GameStop the nighttime launch of the Switch 2, and it was a fun time. But I will tell you though, when I opened it up and I saw Mario Kart was just like, it's basically you get a glorified sticker on the box and a card. Like, you remember back like when the Wii U came out, you get a nice fancy case with Nintendo World, or you know, you're older than me. Did you have any packing games of any of the systems you got when you were a kid for Christmas?
Okay, we had Mario and Duck Hunt, and then I got the Mario World with my Super Nintendo, and I don't remember what came with the 64. Trying to remember. Something came with 64, I think. Or no, I think 64.
Did you get the Hey You Pikachu bundle with the microphone to where you could say the word PlayStation and he gets mad at you?
Actually, I was like, oh wait, never mind. 64 was the first one. We're like, wait, what do you mean? Why isn't the game coming with the system? But then, we may do. I waited a couple months to get mine so that I could have a Mario 64 and WCW World Tour.
Well, if we're talking about the 64 here, well, we have a few more people joining in, which we see out there, folks. We'll be spotlighting you here in just a second. If there's one thing I can go on a bit of a tangent here for a minute, I remember the 64 box, of course you have the iconic promo image of the 64 with like the black background behind it. But I remember, if you turn the box up on top and you're looking at it, you see like Mario, you see one of the Killer Instinct characters, Pilot Wings might have been on there, and then they had a Stormtrooper on there because they were trying to promote Shadows of the Empire. And I'm like, yeah, when I think of Mario, I think of George Lucas. Yeah, it was a weird assortment of characters. Oh my goodness. But
playing
hey, that's true. But you know what? We had a lot of people just swarming into us like a virus, except unlike a virus that will kill us, these are people that will make our lives that more amazing. Like, we might awaken all our chakras just having all these people here and go into the fifth dimension. So, Culture, yeah, okay, I need to address the elephant in the room. Culture Casino is not here tonight because he thinks we suck. No, I'm kidding. He's busy today. So, instead it's going to be the me and Kevin Apollo show. So, eat your heart out. It's late nights with Lauren and Apollo. You got Saturday evenings with Nolan and Kevin. We need to work on a name for that. But let's see what we got out there. Looks like we got a good old Ninja Pat 15. We got Ewan. We got Juliet. Hello, Juliet. Always great to see you. And thank you for plugging my Patreon. It's a good place to be. We got Argentum, you and Cumia over from Tooney Town TV chat. So good to see you, my friend. We got Carl Singe, and we got Contra Mortem. Would you like to read this chat here, Kevin?
Sure. The gameplay. At that gameplay. If Switch, Xbox, PS5 all had the old game libraries for digital download, the consoles would be doing a lot better. I concur.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, no, ever since, when they shifted out the Nintendo Wii back in like 2013 or so, when they were bringing out the Wii U, and they didn't bring all those virtual console games to the new service, that's when I knew, oh boy, we're in for trouble. We're in for trouble. But we also have 02RR saying hello to me and you, so thank you very much, 02. And we also have Captain Fandom Nerd. Well, anytime we have a captain ranked here, we have to show our respects. I mean, I don't know if you're as cool as Captain Falcon, but you're pretty cool in my mind. Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
Does he have a Fandom Nerd punch?
What'd you say?
Does he have a Fandom Nerd punch?
Oh, I bet he does. If he doesn't, I will be disappointed. But you know what? Let's also not have our folks in the chat disappointed. I think it's time for the news, because we've had some weird ones. Kevin, have you seen any of these stories before we even get into it? Like, do these feel real to you?
This has been a weird week everywhere. From sports to games to Star Wars. It's been a weird week. I don't understand what's going on, but everybody's lost their bloody minds, and let's talk about it on Saturday evening with Nolan and Apollo.
Well, I like how the Star Wars news was basically Kathleen Kennedy being like, not it.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
I think Kathleen Kennedy needs to get Shaggy as her lawyer and be like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
All right, but yes. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our first story of the day. All right. Coming at you from My Nintendo News by Sicker. The headline states, Mario Balloon will make its debut in the 99th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They've been doing 99 of these suckers. Kevin, have you ever watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
I used to watch it all the time back in the day when they had the cool Marvel float, and the Marvel heroes would pose to I Need a Hero rather unconvincingly. Yeah, but
back then,
someone would go rogue.
Wait, will you get a rogue balloon?
Oh no, not a rogue balloon, not like a hey sugar, but like a hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm not sticking to the routine.
Now I'm picturing Mario in a rogue cosplay, and now my eyes are kind of bleeding right now. So I'm just gonna keep moving on and not picture this Italian man in any way I do not want to ever visualize him. But the article goes on to say, get ready to say woohoo this Thanksgiving. Today, Nintendo of America and Macy's announced that a new Mario featured character balloon will make its debut in the 99th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on Thursday, November the 27th. Get an early look at the 3D model of the new Mario balloon in the accompanying image. Now, if you are listening to this episode in the car, don't look at the image. I don't want you to die. But if you are watching this at the home version, here you can see Mario. And I gotta say, I do not like being someone who just, makes a mockery of someone's art, Like, I like to be like, because, look at this image. It's pretty cute. But maybe I'm just so spoiled by fan images and stuff like that. Yuji, though, is someone I've worked with before. You can find him on X, and he's done some 3D renders for me. And honestly, I think they look a lot more detailed with this. Maybe I'm just spoiled and I find good people to commission. But, I don't know. This kind of looks more like a fan render to me. Kevin, what do you think of this mock-up here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I also would think that they would have used a different, maybe a more iconic pose for the balloon. But I'm assuming this is more about being able to keep control of him since I can't remember who it was. Was it
Barney?
Clifford?
It was Barney.
It was since Barney decided to attack Manhattan.
Kevin, were you one of the kids that were mortified when they saw Barney dying in a gruesome manner over all the beloved grandmas on Thanksgiving?
Unfortunately, I was too old and was in turn jaded enough to be like, my inner Nelson was running wild.
Well, this pose, I think what they're trying to do is, I wish I had the game case with me and I'd show you guys all. I think they're trying to do like the Mario Galaxy pose, where he's looking super fabulous, going through space, all the sparkly lights.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny too, because I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get promoting for that Mario Galaxy movie they have coming in just a few months, which once that next trailer drops, we'll definitely be talking about it here. But I saw a comment, I believe it was on X, and I just cannot unhear this message now. He pointed out how, man, you finally do a Mario balloon, and there's no cape from Mario World, no Tanuki suit from Mario 3, or the 12 other games when they were really loving Mario 3 for a while. Like, no other variants, it's just Mario flying, which might be the right thing to do, it's iconic, but I don't know. Maybe we're just eating too good as Nintendo fans here. Nintendo be giving us the mushrooms because, like, I just came off of Epic Universe, which I saw Mario brought to life in a lot of different ways, so I don't know. I'm really happy about it, but there's another part of me where I kind of wish they would put that extra little Nintendo charm on. Like, give them the bright yellow cape. Like, do something crazy with it. Am I crazy to believe that, Kevin?
No. I understand the more conservative, we're going to go classic Mario, because, if you put him in the cat suit, or you gave him a little raccoon tail, then you're going to have a bunch of moms bringing up things we can't talk about on this show, and it's going to get real weird real quick.
Wait, no. They put him in the cat suit. Then you got PETA. What if PETA comes in with like a shotgun going after the balloon? I'll show you, Nintendo.
But yeah, I just don't. There's just so many Mario poses that you can go with. I just don't really understand the slide into my tummy, leaving little white dust clouds behind me. Mario slide. But I'm just happy that he's in the parade. When I saw this, I was like, oh wait, he's never been in the parade with as big a character as he's been for some 40-something years. It was a little weird.
Has he not?
Yeah, I was like, what? But yeah, they said it's the first time, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, if that is just crazy to me, and I would like to take a minute to talk about the quote. Now, granted, we are about to go into a corporate thing talking about how cool they think it's going to be, so this might be the biggest snore fest on the planet, but bear with me, folks. We have to read it just for a second. Having Mario join the iconic holiday tradition is an incredible way to honor the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, said Devin Pritchard, EVP of Revenue. And it's come from the revenue guy, so they're really good at making a speech here. No offense to him. But since he first emerged from a warp pipe, Mario has embodied our goal of bringing smiles to faces all around the world. We are excited for Mario fans of all ages to see his new balloons, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade debut. Yeah, you are right. This is the debut of Mario, and I just can't believe they've done 99 of these things, and they've never had a Mario balloon. Like, now, I know they've had Sonic, and I know they definitely had Pikachu, but man, Nintendo, like, that's a long time to wait. But, there's a flip side of this. Them not putting Mario's face on everything has made it a lot more sought after, because you'll see people hype a lot more when they see Mario on something than, say, Mickey Mouse or Darth Vader, at least these days. So, I don't know. Kevin, I am going to give you the final word here. Would this give you, like, more incentive to maybe take your family to go see this balloon in person if you got to see, like, Mario or something? Do you think that would connect more with your children?
Yeah, definitely. At least the 2-year-old. I don't know where he saw Mario, but he loves him. He loves him. So and I think. But listen, if you've got younger kids, Mario is kind of enjoying a super resurgence. He's kind of got that cross generational capture now. He's got the older parent. He's got the middle aged parents who were kids when he made his Nintendo debut. He's got a couple of young grandparents who remember the Coleco days with Donkey Kong. And now you've got the little kids who love the movie. And with another movie coming out, he is a certified pop culture icon now. So
I thought you were about to call him a certified hood classic, and I'm like, yeah, I would agree with that.
Mario is a certified OG. So
Yes.
It's a cool time. Me personally, when I get up to go to the parade, no, because I like to be comfortable and not freezing and surrounded by a bunch of people. I like watching the parade from the sanctity of my home while I wait for Santa Claus to kick off the Christmas season. But no, dude, it's awesome. This is awesome. It's a great time to be a Nintendo fan. It's a good time to be a Mario fan. This is a big win for them. Like I said, it's anything that gets your fans excited about what you're doing is always a good thing. So kudos to Nintendo for pulling the trigger and getting this done with the actual king of the Nintendo castle.
Yes, I agree with that. And you know what? He is the rightful king to eventually rule over with that princess. I know Nintendo, you said they're not a couple, but you know, I reject that. I reject that.
I when you got 100% completion on Super Mario World and she gives him the kiss, especially if you get thrown the big side, the fireworks go off in a big heart. You're not getting hearts from getting little smooches from your we're just gonna be friends.
So what you're saying, Kevin, this isn't like your normal school Valentine's you give the class with the hearts on it you give to your brother from another mother. No, this is some Mario and Peach shipping we got going on here. So
that's right. Mario ain't no simp.
Well, this we confirmed, we've heard it here. Kevin Apollo's confirmed Mario, not a simp. And if you don't want to see someone who's definitely not a simp, you can find him at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And if any chaos breaks out and this Mario thing goes up in flames, we'll be sure to cover this live. Like, we will go live on Thanksgiving to report. We'll go on the field. We'll get the microphone and be like, Kevin, I am reporting here from New York Times Square, and the Mario balloon has gone up in flames.
Oh, my humanity!
Oh, man, but we'll definitely be sure to talk about it here on That Game Plays. Oh, my goodness. Kevin, these viewers, they got a lot of cool stuff to say. Let's see what they got to say. Would you agree?
All right, let's go.
All right. Coming up next year.
All right. Yeah, the only win for Switch 2 was the Kirby Direct.
Well, there's going to be another one coming up here soon, which I don't know what else they can show about this game. They've already shown City Trial. Like, I'm like, how much more Kirby Air Riders? That's what the new game is called. I never played the original one, but I know quite a bit about it. And when it comes to that second game, I'm just wondering, like, how do you do 2 directs about it? Are we going to get a Sakurai Let's Play? Is he collabing with the Game Grumps? Like, I don't know what. I'm confused on that one, Nintendo. All right. Next we got you and Kumia.
It looks okay.
Just aight. It's just aight.
Yeah, I've never seen the parade. I suppose I should be ashamed since I worked at Macy's for almost 3 years. No, because chances are you were busy and it's not for everyone. It's fun, but sometimes you just got things to do. I, for one, when I was a kid, we used to have cartoon marathons when we used to have things like Saturday morning cartoons. So it would be an easy day to go watch a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't get to watch on a normal Thursday. Now we don't.
And you get to see the specials too. Like, you get to watch like the Garfield Thanksgiving special.
Yep. We had the Care Bears Thanksgiving special. You had the Garfield Thanksgiving special. Just punch down the list. We got to bring that back again.
Yeah, no, I agree. I miss more like holiday special. I feel like in the age of streaming, they're a little more reluctant, but I think the West needs to be like, kind of like the East. Like, every show needs to have an obligatory beach vacation episode. Like, Why not? Why not?
They work for Saved by the Bell.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right. Ninja Pat 15 also says there are also 2 versions of Goku. Can you confirm that, Kevin?
Oh yeah, I think there was a regular black hair Goku, and then there was a Super Saiyan God Goku. But I don't think they were in the same parade.
Yeah, no, I think that came later. I always loved, though, whenever they would have, like, the commentators over the parade, they would be talking about, like, this is, like, Gaku, and he's from Dragon Ball Z or something like that. Like they would pronounce them so bad. It's like when I try to read stories with French names. It ends bad. What are you gonna say?
The Super Saiyan Gaku from Dragon Ball Z. From a Cuba Toys-R-Us. Back to you, Al.
Well, I know we're going to be getting back to the story. Oh, wait. We got another one joining us. We also got 16-Bit Acid. Wow, that... I would listen to a metal album called 16-Bit Acid. Oh, my gosh, I love it. What's up, lads? Well, good to see you. And thank you, everybody, for joining us on this fun Saturday night. And, Kevin, I know what we're going to talk about next. You know what we're going to talk about?
What are we going to talk about?
Girls.
Ooh, girls. Not if they have
oh my gosh,
big boobs. Girls.
That would be the best.
Like
I am putting a patent on a trademark of doing a music video where it's like super. It's like the "We're Not Gonna Take It" music video, but we do it with like a bunch of activists and like video game censorship, and then all these girls kind of like, "No, we want to be beautiful." They're like the overprotective fodder. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. Okay, all right, let's get to our story here. All right. Coming at you from Geeks and Gamers. If you don't have this website bookmark, what are you doing? It's great. They got a lot of gaming news. This is coming to you from Alex Gurzo. The headline states, Xbox removed women from Ninja Gaiden 2 Black trailer, honoring legacy or censoring characters. Now, Kevin, censoring women, like, why would they do that? Don't we like girls? I mean, we're not 4-year-olds anymore. I don't think the girls have cooties, do they?
I mean, listen, the short answer is after 2016 the world became besieged by bison-backed weirdos who decided they hated hot girls, and for some reason they tricked companies into going with this. Meanwhile, you had mega titles like DOA telling you the world likes good-looking women, and sometimes good-looking women who jiggle in the right places. So stop being a prude. This isn't Footloose. Just let them fly and let everybody have fun.
It's like, Kevin, I got my cootie shot. I'm good. I'm okay with the pretty girls.
Circle. Now I've got my cootie shot. Let me see pretty girls.
Well, let's find out what exactly is the context here. A gaming mod has revealed that Xbox removed women from its Ninja Gaiden 2 Black trailer. Last week, Team Ninja, the developer of the rebooted Ninja Gaiden video game series, announced in an X post that the studio's founder, Itagaki, had passed away. We actually covered it here on That Gameplace. May the legend himself rest in peace. We are deeply saddened by the passing of Team Ninja's first leader, Itagaki. We will carry on the philosophy, key note there, philosophy, and creativity that Itagaki's son began and continue to create games that many gamers will enjoy. Our deepest condolences for his loss from everyone at Team Ninja. Now, they posted it, and in response, Phil Spencer, actually, no, before we get to Phil Spencer, Kevin, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. This was a bit of a later DOA game. Dead or Alive 5 and Dead or Alive 6, which Itagaki had stepped away from, but he is, the creator of the series. When 5 was coming out, there was a big thing, a lot of headlines talking about how they were toning down the fan service, and I'm sure our viewers at home could figure out what fan service means. Then they did a 180, and they were like, never mind, we're going back to the fan service again. DOA 6, it was the same thing. They were kind of toning it down, and then they were kind of like, it's kind of there, kind of not. They wanted to do kind of their own thing with it, and then there was a lot of microtransaction drama and like a hair controversy. It was weird, people. They charge you out the wazoo for it. It was a game that came out around the shutdown periods, DOA 6, and it still somehow did not do well. So keep in mind how badly they messed that up and how much people tend to like fan service in these type of games. And it's very interesting that they say philosophy here, because I don't want to speak for you, of course. I value, even if you're someone who's like maybe against this sort of thing, I want your voice to be heard on the subject matter if you're contrary on this, Kevin. But saying philosophy, I'm sorry, that's kind of either they are making a course correction or that's a big nothing burger. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah. Listen, when it comes to our fallen favorite programmer, we've got receipts, and we got many of them. He made it very clear how he felt on certain things. One of my favorites being, I only include things that everybody likes, like violence, flowers, children, women, friendship, and death.
Ah! That man was a legend, okay? I love that dude. I wish he was still alive. I would hug that man, and then he would probably be creeped out by me a bit, but he was a good dude. But okay, so... Yeah, well, exactly. But, Team Ninja wasn't the only one to wing in. Now, I want to say, I just don't want to dog on Team Ninja, because with what I've been seeing of Ninja Gaiden 4, there's still been some fan service stuff in there, so I'm hoping they're course correcting. I don't ever want to be one of those people that's like, oh, in a remake, they changed a slight pixel on a female's costume, so the whole thing is censored. Like, I don't think that's the right mindset to have, because if you have that philosophy, that means everyone's just going to be running around naked in your game if you can never add clothing to anything. And I don't think that's the audience they're trying to go for, at least as far as I know. But I will say, which is weird here, is though that in response, Phil Spencer, the CEO of their publisher, Microsoft Gaming, offered his condolences. Speaking of their history, their efforts to modernize and create new franchises, and how we honor his legacy. But someone brought up the interesting detail about the way Microsoft and Xbox advertised the latest Ninja Gaiden release. He said, and I quote, "A video game legend who had a remarkable impact on the industry. I'm grateful for his friendship and being one of the early supporters to modernize and create new franchises with us. A true creative who brought so much to his projects. We continue to play his games and honor him as his." Okay, so there's going to be some major hypocrisy coming up here, because Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is a remaster of the second game in the rebooted Ninja Gaiden series from Team Ninja. Now, if y'all are not a Ninja Gaiden expert, basically, like, sometime in the aughts, they rebooted Ninja Gaiden, so it wasn't that hard as dirt game on the NES. Kevin, did you ever play the OG Ninja Gaiden?
I love the OG Ninja Gaiden.
It was hard. It was hard, man. It was really hard. But so they eventually rebooted it in the early 2000s and made it like cool and edgy and like three-dimensional, so it looked like a lot less like a pixelated game on the NES anymore. And of course, when you have cool, edgy, you have a lot of blood, you have girls, with a lot of attractive elements. Here in this picture, we have Ayane, one of my favorite video game characters ever, actually, here. And, she's rocking a pretty good-looking outfit right here. And, the mind goes to certain places. And of course, referring to those swords she's holding. Yeah, that's definitely the swords. But there's going to be a bit of a hypocrisy here, because while it's really cool, we're all looking at her right now and, admiring art, the artist's work. Apparently, the folks at Xbox didn't want us to see Ayane. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is remastered the second game in the rebooted Ninja Gaiden series from Team Ninja, which was originally titled Ninja Gaiden 2. It took fan complaints about the earlier port of Ninja Gaiden 2 from PlayStation 3 called Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 into account, giving players an experience closer to that of Ninja Gaiden 2, while some retaining some of the changes made in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Wow, I never thought I would say Ninja Gaiden 2 so much in the span of one sentence. But here we go. One of those changes was the addition of 3 playable characters aside from series lead Ryu Hayabusa, and all 3 were women. That's where the issue lies for X-user at Haley Era. Haley, apologies if I missay your last name, Miss Haley. Haley is a mod for OpenMBU, a PC port of a platformer called called Marble Blast Ultra. She shared Phil Spencer's comments about honoring Itagaki's legacy and pointed out that the Xbox trailer for Ninja Gaiden 2 Black removed all the women who were added to Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 and retained in the remaster. As evidence, she added a comparison video of the PlayStation and Xbox trailers. In the former, there are multiple shots of the female characters, while in the latter, they are replaced with different scenes. They removed women from the commercial. Now, Kevin, I was writing an article for That Park Place at the time. I did a story about when Ninja Gaiden 4 was coming out. And I remember researching into this, and I saw firsthand, like, the shots weren't there. And I was just like, how could you do that? Because, there's a lot of debate going on, the treatment of, it's a whole can of worms within itself, how women are presented in media and all that. Even just throwing all that to the side, there's just something inside me that almost feels like this is like a kindergarten philosophy of like, you can't just take someone who's the other gender and just yoink them out of your ad. That is just pure insanity to me. Kevin, though, give me your 2 cents on why are they removing these women?
Because Xbox, Microsoft in particular, does not like making money. So they want to make sure that they ruin everybody's good time. I think this all started when someone hit Bill Gates in the face with a pie, and he decided he was going to destroy the earth. So we're going to take away your joy.
I'm picturing Bill Gates as the Majora's Mask moon right now, about ready to crash to the earth, like his head's coming down. Continue, sorry.
No girls in your games.
No girls allowed. What is the passcode? Boys only.
Boys rule, girls drool. So if you can't honor someone's work and then actively go out of your way to censor that work or alter that work, it's especially when you have people out here who remember what that work actually was. It's unfair to the fans. It's unfair to his legacy, and it's just done to appease a very small few who exist in a miserable myopic bubble.
And what's tragic here is, there are certain times where, certain events happen in the world. And unfortunately, in our day and age, we have a headline that's going to make a lot of people of a lot of different backgrounds mad about every single day, especially in the social media age. It doesn't matter. Everyone's pretty much aware that, there's some changes that need to happen because a lot of people aren't really at the best right now. And hopefully, we're on the horizon of hopefully changes for the better happening whenever that day comes. However, you have to look at the fact that even when you're, say you're a part of a group that's really against this sort of thing, which is completely different from my personal philosophy on this thing. I believe people should be able to have this. It's one of my biggest things that if I have a soapbox, I'm going to go for bat for letting women be attractive. Like, Sabrina Carpenter, baby, let's do this thing, But I just, why would you post a message saying we are honoring this man when he's completely different from the philosophy of what you've had in your company the past several years? At least, a lot of groups that are against this, self-proclaim, they won't just be like say you hated Thanksgiving or something. They don't just on Thanksgiving be like, hi guys, happy Thanksgiving, or any topic. This is just showing an incompetence of, there is no, I hate to use this word because it's the most stupid corporate phrase you can, synergy. There's no synergy between anything here. That's what's so frustrating about this is I don't understand why you're it makes you look like the person in a movie that's like a, not two-timer, but two-faced, and it doesn't come off as authentic. Am I wrong on that?
No, you're 100% correct. I'm sure that the folks who will actually like games are like, hey, let's put this message out here, and then entered the no fun, the no fun neo-Marxist intern who was like, no, if you put this out here, you are pushing the male gaze and misogyny, and you need to remove it. And then, and then I have no idea what I'm talking about. Suit was like, oh, this could impact the decimal point on my spreadsheet. Remove those bimbos now. And so I was like, but they're essential to the game. Everybody loved them. No, no fun, no fun for anyone. Is that right, annoying intern? That's right. Joy is misogynistic.
All right, I'm going to make a deep take here. Kevin, have you ever seen that meme? It was from a Sonic the Hedgehog comment where it has like the two robots and they're putting down the sign that says "No fun allowed." That's what I'm reminded of right now. Oh my gosh, I just, we've seen a lot of proof, honestly, though, that a lot of these, aspects, like I said, I welcome all, kinds of views, open for commentary here. But if there's one thing we can see is that the numbers are showing that, gamers and that just not stereotypically like, I don't know, dude bra gamers. Like, this is including women who cosplay, people of many different backgrounds and opinions. To anyone watching on this panel or in the world, there are some things that each and every unique soul do not agree with. There's things Kevin doesn't like, things that I don't like. It varies. People are not all one unit entity with the same thought process. But one thing that is absolutely being shown right now is there is a vast bunch of people who want to have attractive females again in the games, like back in the aughts days. I really want to bring mention to this. Sorry, do you want to say something, Kevin, before I read this part?
Well, I just wanted to throw out that Davina has apparently found the key to my soul and is venting everything in my brain into our group chat with amazing, super astonishing takes as she doth slay the DEI beast. So keep it going. Well, I'm loving it.
We'll definitely be sure to give some more time to touch it, because I'm very fascinated seeing, a lot of what people out there are saying between all the platforms, especially those who support us here on the channel, because I definitely want to make sure their voices are heard, because these are the consumers. Like, I think there's a reason why a lot of people, like people who follow us, they are dedicated fans. Like, if you're getting a message from some, like, say someone hates fast food and they're leaving a bad review at McDonald's, well, like, what did you expect? But you're hearing pushback from people who buy the merchandise. Kevin, we just had Ayane up here. I have a statue of her I bought years ago. I was like a teenager. What can you do, But it was really cool, articulated. Like, loyal fans will buy so much of the product. And especially in this economy, I think people would agree. If you have people buying your products and they're not just trying to destroy everything you value, because the people who created this stuff, Itagaki didn't just make DOA because he's like, man, I hate what I make, but it sells, so I have to do it. Yep. He said before in interviews, he liked what he made, He wasn't always like peaches and cream, but he still had respect and love for what he did. That's why he chose. I remember years ago that they were talking about putting a wet t-shirt contest in one of the DOA extreme games, but he decided not to do it because he didn't think that would fit for what he was doing. The man reeled back when he didn't want to do things. He didn't just do things like, hey, what's the most crazy thing I can do just for clicks? Or I guess back then it wasn't clicks, it was sales. But yeah, no, people are overlooking that these people liked what they made. And I think a lot of times we're getting people who are in charge of things that don't like what they make. But I really wanted to bring some mention to one more thing from this article here. Haley's comment that Xbox hates attractive women and that they, and I quote, they treat them like a threat, prompted another X user to post a comment, linking an article from Niche Gamer, revealing that Xbox urged game developers to refrain from crafting female characters with exaggerated body proportions. This article is from 2024, around the time the backlash against Stellar Blade and its curvaceous protagonist. I love that wording there. Good job, geeks and gamers. Eve was in full swing. The women in Ninja Gaiden 2 Black are similarly attractive, suggesting that perhaps this is why Xbox removed them from the trailer. Now, I'd also like to point out here that you can find videos online of the girl who was Eve was modeled after in Stellar Blade, and her proportions, get this, actually look very similar to the character that was portrayed. But it should also be known that Stellar Blade sold over 3 million units on PlayStation 5 and PC. Clearly, gamers are not demanding that attractive women be removed from video games. PlayStation, for which Stellar Blade was an exclusive before becoming available on PC, seems to have learned this, at least to the extent that it isn't hiding pretty women in its game trailers, but Xbox seems not to have gotten there yet. No. And that wraps up the article. So I want to say thank you, though, to Alex for that article. Kevin, I am going to give you the closing thought in all of this. Where do you think gaming is going from here? Do you think it's going to be a good horizon for, maybe what gamers are wanting? Or do you think we're going a different direction? Like, there's a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life. Where do you think this is going?
I think that gamers are in the early stages of winning. However, because that's the case, it's going to feel like we're losing. Because there are going to be a lot of studios who are going to go away. These companies like Microsoft are completely and totally dedicated to a message and an ideology that is antagonistic to their audience, to gamers. Again, we can take a look at just exactly what they did here. They removed the pretty girls from from a commercial. And how old is this commercial? Like, what are we doing? What did they spent more money removing the girls than they probably would have made if they just let it go and play on YouTube. So that there's no real logic here. But because fans are vocal and they get to vote with their wallets, change will come. Everybody's got to kind of hang tight, stick to their laurels, and demand better, because it's okay to enjoy things. Listen, the world is filled with beautiful women, and really, since 2008, when you go to cons, there's probably more good-looking women in costumes than there are, nerdy guys wandering about. So cosplay is a big thing. It's a big money maker. And who is some dweeb who's probably never actually known a woman? Who gets to tell a talent that they're not allowed to show their talent, but by catering to the very people who are going to spend the money? Because the same joyless intern I mentioned, that intern and their friends, they're not buying these games. They're just not. So they just want something to complain about because they need something to complain about. Everybody else, we like things. We want to have fun. We want to laugh. And we want to enjoy what we're doing. That's why the man dedicated his life to bringing beauty to games, right? He said, I think it was, he said, oh gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head, but he's like, gamers deserve beauty and intensity, or it's paraphrasing, but that was the heart of what he was saying. So who are you to take away what he wanted in his titles, what he wanted his teams to strive for? You got one job, and that's just to put out his content and not make any changes, because you don't have the talent to do so.
Exactly. You are the third party here. Like, put out the be like Steam, be like Walmart. The first time in my life I've ever told anything to be like Walmart. Like, just put out the product, let the market decide. Most people are okay with having different aisles for different things. You have your baby stuff in one aisle, you have your adult stuff in another aisle. Most people aren't going to throw a fit about that. Do the same with the games. If you want something that's really going to appeal to someone who identifies as an activist in those kind of games, go for it. See if it sells. If you want fan service extravaganza, go for it. If you want something with religious themes, go for it. If you want something with sports, some gamers don't want to touch a football with a 10-foot pole. Go for it. But let the market speak for, where the budget goes for these kind of things. Because the gamers seem to be showing that the games with the more fan service are actually getting a bit more money. And I thought a really interesting point was actually brought out by one of our viewers here, was saying about how we were going in a bit of a direction to where we could see some of these more activist type of games, if you want to word it like that. I don't know really the best term. I'll probably come up with a better term for that one day, but they might go more the route of indies. And I would really have to agree with that, because it seems like that the market seems to reflect that kind of demand. Maybe that will change one day. I don't know, but let the market speak for what's out there. And Xbox, just put out the game. Don't go acting like you're a grandma getting offended by everything. Please. We're adults here, and you know what? Kids also have parents who buy the games for them, and they can decide how they want to raise their kids. Adults can make their own decision. Stop trying to control people. But hey, if they do try to control any more people, we'll be sure to talk about it here on That Game Place. Kevin, that was one of my favorite stories I think I've ever did. I had my soapbox on full force that there. I am very happy right now. Oh my gosh!
Keep stacking high. We're doing the good guys' work.
Nice. Oh man, Kevin, sometimes I wish I was in like a 1990s movie with you. I feel like we'd be like an epic squad team. We need to get culture in on this thing too. But I know you were bringing up some messages, which we've had a lot of people joining in here. So I want to do a quick speed fire. We also had some super chats come in. So before we get to our next story, let's take some time to hear what the people have to say. Let's see. So joining us right now, we had Davina Ducksworth come in, a routine viewer of our show. So thank you for joining us, Davina. You have some takes we want to take a minute to feature here very soon, because I know Kevin was really liking a lot of your takes here. But I also want to take time to say hi to Chase Porter. How's everyone going? Sorry I'm late. Hey, good to see you, good sir. Good to see you. We also have joining in some more new people who's had to join. We have Chris Dickerson coming with a spooky emoji, so yay. Love me some Halloween. We got Shaliffy. Shaliffy, am I saying that right? Yes. Cool icon, by the way, joining in. We got Kamachi. Whoa, okay. I'd watch an anime called Kamachi. I like that. We got Hoot Owl. Okay, Kevin, can I make that my rapper name? Hoot Owl. Like, I
Hoot Owl. That. You gotta be little Hoot Owl.
16-bit Acid says the cake was a lie. Yep. Portal, one of my favorite games out there. We got Blue Sharky 38 joining. Hi, how y'all doing? Good to see you, Blue Sharky. And before we get to the supers here, Davina was saying some interesting stuff. Kevin, would you like to give us a little bit of a read here on what Davina has to say?
Those executives are gutless dweebs. Amen.
Ooh, shots fired!
Trying to follow the direction of the wind where consumer and politics preferences are concerned. Terrified of disturbing the wokies. And we all know the wokies are broke. Ugly characters, horrible stories. Spider-Man 2.
Now I'm picturing the development of like Concord or something, but it's J. Jonah Jameson at the thing like, I want these characters not like ugly. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Ugly characters. I want pictures of ugly characters.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I just
little boy haircuts.
You know, I think that's, one of the healthiest things that can happen in this whole industry. Because, there might be some people watching that be like, you know what, Nolan, your opinion sucks and you suck. Well, first I'll say, well, that's kind of mean. Okay. But second off, I'll be like, I think one thing would be so healthy if we could, on all sides, just open ourselves up to some parody. Like, let people make fun of us, and let's not get so offended about these things. Like, I don't know, parody me as J. Jonah Jameson. Like, I'll try my best to not get offended. I get offended easily, but you know what? I take that. If J.K. Simmons is doing a spoof of me, I probably did something right in life. But Kevin, we have some super chats we actually need to get to here because our wonderful people have decided that this arcade will live to see another day. Like Amazon, Jeff Bezos putting things out of business. Not around here, baby. We are gonna go till the fat lady sings. All right. I'm not gonna make a Concord joke. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be classy. I'm gonna reel back. I'm gonna be a good citizen tonight. All right. So, Kevin, would you like to read our first one here? And how much?
Oh, so Kamchi with 199. Power to the 199. Phil is an a-hole. He will destroy Microsoft with DEI. I would say it is already destroyed.
Well, I feel like Kamchi, I don't think that he has to do much more to destroy Microsoft than what he's already doing. Like, he doesn't even have to use, like, DEI or anything else that's been controversial here the past few days. He just has to keep doing what he's doing. Like, just put Xbox on everything else. And, you know, it'd be funny if we had a story that was actually about Xbox going on everything else. Maybe like a headline story we're about to get to. But, Kamchi, I think you're on the right track with things. We appreciate your super chat. But, you know what? Kamchi came back for another 199. Kevin, would you like to read?
All right. Remember, Phil is the, what's that? Remember, Phil still quadruple down DEI programs.
Yeah, like
they just love the stupidity over Microsoft. They got money to burn, but it'll be interesting to see how much longer they have that money to burn.
We need to make like a new list because I hate to come off as like an Xbox hater. I really do. But I need to make like a new, since EA is getting bought, you know, we need someone new who's like doing the stupid things in the industry. And I think Ubisoft's days are numbered. So I need to get like a list behind me of like, what stupid thing did Xbox do this month? And Nintendo is making a good case for them too at this rate, but they're actually selling. So I might look like a hypocrite if I do that.
Hey, did you know that this story is an Xbox? I was told that once. Your hat is an Xbox. This stream is an Xbox.
You know what? You're the ashes of your loved one, Xbox, right there.
Grandpa.
You look out into the sky and you just see Bill Gates' face like shining down. Like, wait, is that the moon we were talking about earlier? Yeah. I did not mean to bring that back.
The moon is an Xbox.
But you know who will never, Kamchi, thank you. But you know who will never let the moon crash on us? 02RR for $4.99. Yeah, he's singing the oath to order. Okay, Kevin, would you like to read?
DEI or not, seems like Microsoft has been treating Xbox as just a side gig for a while. I like your use of side gig. They also
no, Bill Gates is or Phil Spencer are just like one of those bros on YouTube. It's like, hey guys, you need like 4 side hustles. Be sure to lift weights every morning. I'm here at Bali, like pose on these sports cars I don't actually own.
You need cigars in order to be a Chad.
Oh my gosh. They also don't have any exclusive titles. Oh yeah, we'll get to that 02. But 02. Okay, I keep calling you 02RR. And wasn't there a Mega Man character called 02? Like, I feel like I remember something like this. I need to look into that. But 02, we always appreciate your support around here. You the bomb. And coming back is Kamchi once again for $1.99. Kevin, would you like to read this one? Good sir.
Putting everything is desperation. Headless chicken.
Headless chicken.
Just running around. You know,
that was not something I expected to hear today, Kamchi. Thank you. You know, people need to see that as an opportunity. Headless chicken simulator. I don't think PETA would like it. And as someone who doesn't even eat meat, I don't know how I feel either, but you know, I think it sounds like a good time. I think they need to make it. If Goat Simulator can be a hit, why not?
Let's go to the bar.
All right. Kevin, I need to take a drink of water. Read one of these beautiful chats why I just take a drink here.
I got it. All right. There's a Kirby character called 02.
Bingo. You see, I'm not fake gamer, everybody. I know my Kirby sometimes. I actually beat the first Kirby on Game Boy Advance. You remember playing Kirby games, Kevin?
I think I played like an OG Nintendo Kirby game. And then I used Kirby twice on Super Smash Bros. That's about all I got.
Kirby is one of the best characters in Super Smash Brothers.
I played Kirby on OG Game Boy.
That was one of the ones I played too, and I beat that one actually because it's like the easiest game on the planet. If you don't beat Kirby on Game Boy, I mean, I'm sorry, Most people can beat Kirby on Game Boy, but you know what? Maybe I'm just too much of a pro gamer. I'm like the wizard from the 1980s. That's what I'm like. Okay. All right. Now I'm done stroking my own ego. Kevin, I think we have a headline story. Am I wrong?
Ooh, let's see. Well, let's find out.
Coming at you from Geeks and Gamers by Marvin Montanaro, actually someone who's a part of this channel and has some wonderful takes. Please check out his work, but the man is very intelligent. He's been cited in very important cases before. The man's a legend, and he has a big story that we're talking about right here. Halo is coming to PlayStation. Xbox iconic franchise heads to PlayStation 5 with Halo campaign-involved remakes. Wow. Kevin, before I even read anything, what's your thoughts on this?
X not going to give it to you, but everybody else will.
Oh my goodness. Okay. In one of the most shocking announcements in gaming history, Microsoft has confirmed that Halo, the franchise that defined the Xbox brand, is officially coming to PlayStation. Revealed through an exclusive Xbox Wire feature, Halo Campaign Evolved will launch in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and everything else that's the Xbox these days, PC, and Game Pass. And you did not mishear that, folks. PlayStation. This marks the first time a mainline Halo title has ever released on a PlayStation platform, signaling a major turning point for the gaming industry and a bold new direction for Xbox's most iconic property. Kevin, could you imagine Mickey Mouse being in a Warner Brothers film, or Mario being a part of the Walt Disney Company? Like, this doesn't seem right?
No. This was like seeing Sonic pop up in wait, where did Sonic pop up in? Oh, it's like Mario Sonic at the Olympics or whatever it was called. Like when they're finally together. I'm like, who would have ever seen this day coming? We I know we don't want to sound like we're Xbox haters, but apparently there's no bigger hater of the Xbox than the Microsoft company.
I know, right? It used to be like brands were synonymous with their characters. Like, it's like having Coke and Pepsi in the same soda dispenser. Like, this, there used to be a sense of like almost like rivalries in sports, to where it's like, all right, we want to be the best company, we got to take out our competition. Nintendo versus Sega, Coke versus Pepsi. They would, like, Sonic the Hedgehog was made blue to match the Sega logo. That's how big they wanted to be competitive. Now you have so many brands, and they're like, oh, let's do all this, like, all right, we'll be buddy with people, and who can get a golden parachute now? And it's not a non-competitive space in this kind of the way a lot of these countries are made, and how the video game industry works is usually not good for the consumer. Am I wrong on that?
No, dude, I want to go back to the days of the Crash Bandicoot commercial. Hey, you plumber boy, give me that stuff.
Your worst enemy has arrived.
That's right. I'm OG, man. I'm back from the Genesis does what Nintendo don't. I have no tolerance for this kumbaya nonsense. I want hard rivalries. I want early 2000s Yankees, Red Sox. People are ripping your hat off and setting it ablaze because one of the teams is not doing what they need to be doing according to that particular fan. Yes, I'm telling an actual story that happened in Yankee Stadium.
Kevin, I might be treading into dangerous weeds here, so I might not make it back out. Okay, I'm gonna
I'll find you.
I'm gonna make a sports comparison here. Okay. All right, gamers, don't freak out. Don't review bomb this video. Don't push the dislike button. Just hear me out. Hear me out here. As someone who likes to go to football games, it is so fun when you have a rival team, because of course you have those jerks, you'll have Eagles fans throwing batteries at you. That's not a good time. But there is a sense of fun with it because people love a good rivalry because it gives them a chance to embrace everything they love about it. Sonic versus Mario. The reason those Olympic games sell that well was not because of the game. If you put Joe and Schmo at the Olympic Games, it would never have worked. But it was Mario and Sonic. People love those characters across so many generations. And part of it, what made it so cool, was the rivalry. And I feel like when you have a studio at Microsoft that's so disconnected, I'm not saying don't play in the other sandbox. I'm saying don't completely rob the identity of your brand to where everything just becomes when you try to be everything, you become nothing. And you're not special anymore. And especially for a company that pushes so hard with a lot of its games into, hey, especially with some of these, programs that, a lot of people on maybe the chats, the panel, whatever, might not agree with, was supposed to be about you are special. But yet Xbox wants it to be everything, and it's not special anymore. So this is leaving a lot of people in the industry in shock. In fact, it says right here, the shocking announcement. According to the official statement from Xbox Wire, Halo Campaign Evolved is a complete Unreal Engine 5 remake of the original Halo Combat Evolved campaign. The new release will rebuild the legendary 2001 shooter from the ground up, with all new visuals, cinematics, animations, and audio. Halo marks the next chapter. Okay, yeah, they just kind of get into the yada yada yada. It's Halo. We know what to expect here. Microsoft describes the game as a faithful yet featuring the original story alongside 3 brand new prequel missions starring the Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson. Players can also expect expanded weapon and vehicle lineups, refined movement and gunplay, and a complete audio overhaul that includes remastered music and re-recorded voice lines by the returning cast, which is good to bring them back. A full Unreal Engine 5 remake. For Halo Studios, the project represents a chance to bring the franchise back to where it all began, while modernizing its presentation and pacing for an entirely different audience on PlayStation. We wanted to start where it all began, with the original campaign that defined Halo, said executive producer Damon Khan. Starting here means people that have never played the game before will be able to understand the story from the very beginning. The team emphasized that this remake isn't just a visual upgrade. Some of you out there might remember that Halo actually already had a remake back on the Xbox 360. Oh my goodness, was it the Master Chief Collection? Hey, Kevin, do you remember what the name of the Halo remake was back on 360?
I think it was the Master Chief Collection.
Okay, thank you. It's a chance to rebuild every mission, encounter, and environment with handcrafted precision. Key moments like the infamous mission, the library, have been redesigned to improve navigation and storytelling while keeping the eerie tension that made the original unforgettable. The campaign has been rebuilt to feel handcrafted and immersive, true to what players remember, not just visually, but emotionally, Khan added. All of this is powered by Unreal Engine 5, layered over legacy Halo code to preserve the series' unique feel. For future titles, we will continue to push the boundaries of technology while ensuring that the core Halo gameplay from the game can be seen, felt, heard, and evolved where needed, said game director Greg Herman. All right, Kevin, I want to get your take on this. Do you trust them to do this right?
Yes and no. I think they have no choice, right? I think as much as people want to hope beyond hope, when you see a major franchise character leave, it's over for the Xbox, right? So we're probably in the end times for the Xbox. So that means that they actively decided we needed Halo to survive. Because right, all it's really been doing is sitting on the shelf and rotting away, because they've kind of destroyed it. So this is a golden opportunity to essentially be reborn again on a platform that actually still sells, right? Especially if the rumors are true, and we got a PS6 coming. I would imagine that they'll probably try to make sure that 2 and 3 are ready for this, for this system's launch with another shiny new veneer for the first game. That's if they want to make money. So I think they have to get this right. I think I think part of making it a point of saying we're using some legacy code to preserve the game's original feel was very important, because we talk about often how a lot of the times we're not seeing the old games get reborn. We're not seeing classic IPs get restored because they don't have they lost the ability to either access the code, or they don't have the people with the skills needed to restore it. So I think they said that to get you a little excited for that old feeling. So again, listen, we have the combined powers of Microsoft and Sony. So who knows what stupidity can be wrought. This is we could be looking at a Captain Planet of lame coming together for an unmitigated disaster. But I'm gonna choose to be hopeful. And I'm gonna say, this is a do or die situation, and I'm thinking that they're gonna do.
I like your take. I like hearing the optimism. I really, really do. Because I wish I shared it. Because I'm usually, I like to consider myself somewhat of an optimist. I like to. But ever since, the OG people left, like Bungie and all that. And I know there's this kind of meme where, like, people only appreciate Halo games after, like, a game or two, and then people all of a sudden love it. Like, people didn't like Halo Reach initially. It was too much of the same. Now Halo Reach is just as much of a classic as all the others. And I just can't help but feel like, there was so much crap that when those OG Halo games, I cite this all the time, but I just need to bring it up because the team at Bungie talked about how they were almost like a family together. They were all on the same page what was going. They would hide little Easter eggs in there. Of course, it was a job. They had to get the business done. But it was so intertwined. They are building off of that original love and passion. So I do think this could work out. And you know what, Kevin? I'm going to be like you. I'm going to try to be optimistic about this. But I can't help I feel like there's just something in my gut here where I feel like something's going to go wrong that's going to make the audience mad. I don't know about you, but all over my... Oh, go ahead. To your point.
It's one word. Modernization. Wherever that word appears, it is like a Silver Surfer bringing in the Galactus of suck.
Yes! And here's the thing. Okay. Like I said many times, a lot of different gamers, a lot of different viewpoints on things. But there's one thing I've seen all over my dang X feed recently. Cortana. That's the name of the girl, right? The really pretty girl?
Yeah.
She, gamers really like her. And if you do her wrong, they're not gonna buy. And you have three things you gotta do right here, Xbox. Preserve the game. Keep it fun. Make sure Cortana is beautiful. Make sure Master Chief is the coolest guy around. Because I don't know about you, Kevin. I remember this Halo show they did. A lot of people didn't like it. He kept taking off his helmet. I don't think Master Chief should ever take off his helmet. No. And the only guy I think cool enough to look like Master Chief underneath the helmet is Kevin Apollo. I think he's the only one that lives up to that mantle on the coolness scale. But no, people are afraid. People are really afraid of this remake. But, there's still some optimism there. But let's really get into the weeds here. Because for all those listening at home, it's like, okay, can they do this right? But that's not even the biggest thing we got here. Mm-hmm. The PlayStation factor. Why this changes everything. For over 2 decades, Halo has been synonymous with Xbox. Kevin, am I wrong? This has been the face of Xbox for a very long time.
This is the face of Xbox. This is the king of the exclusive title. Outside of anything Nintendo, when you're talking about exclusive titles, we are talking about Halo.
Sega went third party and Sonic's on other things. PlayStation, their mascots have evolved over the years. The 90s, Crash, Spyro, Resident Evil, Tomb Raider. Then you had Ratchet and Clank. Then you eventually had Nathan Drake and Uncharted. Then you had The Last of Us. And recently, you've had like Stellar Blade until that went multi-platform. Astrobot, it's evolved. For the past 20-something years, Halo is Xbox. Master Chief is green, for crying out loud. Like, this was... The Xbox used to be called, correct me if I'm wrong here, they used to call it the Halo box, right? Or the Halo machine.
Yep, the Halo machine, yep.
So the article goes on to say, well, Microsoft has been slowly embracing they are doing everything. I feel like every time I turn to take another breath, they're doing it. But no, I do agree. Marvin's right. Well, Microsoft's slowly been embracing a cross-platform strategy in recent years with titles like Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush making the jump. Bringing Halo to Sony's ecosystem represents a dramatic escalation. It's a symbolic gesture. Microsoft's willingness to share its flagship franchises suggests that Xbox leadership is prioritizing accessibility and legacy over a hardware exclusivity in a move that echoes Minecraft's cross-platform success. Halo Campaign Evolved aims to introduce a new generation of players to the universe that built Xbox's legacy. We're so excited about bringing Halo to those who may not have had a chance to play it in the past, Khan said. At its heart, Halo is about connection. This is a Halo for everyone. And it goes on to talk about the new Microsoft strategy. And like, I feel so weird saying like, it's a good thing. More people should have more opportunity to buy games. Mm-hmm. But when this is the face of your product, at that point, why not just have a PC? Like, I don't get it. I really don't.
Well, because they're being disingenuous about this. They are telling you a strategy like this. This is about making it for everyone. This is them saying to us, we do not have faith in our hardware. And so
yes, $1 million answer right there. You win. The Price is Right.
So it's like we have to make money off of whatever we can strip mine out of here, and we've got this one blood diamond that can still potentially make money. So we're gonna put it on PlayStation and figure out what to do with everything else, right? Because and really, like you said, Sony essentially put all of their exclusive IPs to bed, right? Like they don't dust them off anymore for whatever reason. So this is like the equivalent of seeing a Mario game popping up on Xbox. This is a gut punch.
Soulless.
It's just soulless. It's like it as much as cool as it was, right? But we got to be realistic. When the Genesis collection went up on the Nintendo store, like if you were a kid of a certain age, you're like, man, the Nintendo won. It's actually over. It's done and dusted.
It's like having your grandma go celebrate Christmas with another family, It might be a good time for a lot of people, which is a good thing. You should share the joy of something you love with others, and it should be as accessible as possible. But if it's coming from a place of, like, say grandma was celebrating with them, not because she wanted to do it by choice, but it's like you kicked her out or something like that, or because you didn't want to spend time with her. That's not a great time. That's just showing like something that's broken. And if Halo's on other platforms, I remember, Kevin, years ago, I'm going to go all my Lost in the File self here for a minute. There was rumor for a long time of a Halo DS game. I don't know if you've ever heard of this.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I do remember that.
Yep. There is someone out there who goes to bat that game was real. And with this announcement, I believe the guy. That confirmed it for me. I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm not saying I was there. But things are connecting now and lining up. And the way it's connecting here might be good for Halo. I don't think it's good for Microsoft. I'll tell you that.
Listen,
Kevin, I'm going to give you the last word here before we wrap this up. What do you think is the future for Halo and Microsoft?
It's a crock pot of terrible. right? Because we know that
Crockpot is terrible. Thank you.
listen, we know. Listen, at this point again, we know that the Xbox system, in terms of producing hardware, we're in the end game. Here, Master Chief is Doctor Strange putting up the one finger right now. So we've for years we've complained about Microsoft. They just can't get anything out, right? They can't get anything out. If they get it out and it's supposed to be one of theirs, it's awful. It's over, Johnny. It's over. So let's just strap in. Let's hope that they don't botch this. And if you are a Halo fan, this is your best chance of seeing this continue. And hopefully they decide to dump all the garbage that tore the franchise down and turned it into a joke, and it can be reborn again. And then while we're doing that, let's hope that maybe Fable can be reborn again on Sony, because I don't want to pretend. The Xbox is going to hospice. It's time to start saying goodbye.
Hey, I agree. I really agree, Kevin. You know what? There's going to be a lot of news dropping here come next year. Could be good, could be bad, probably going to be both. When it drops, we'll be here to talk about it here on That Game Place. All right, Kevin. All right, we got one more story about to drop here, but before we do that, we had some super chats coming on in here, flocking in like little birds. Let's check out what we got here. All right, Kamchi for $1.99. Power to the $1.99. Kevin, would you care to read this one?
Putting everything is desperation. Headless chicken. Oh, we did this one, but
we did. Oh, you know what? It was so good. We need a second time. We need a second time.
So it's okay. This is what we call a callback.
Yes. Throwback, guys. We throw back around here. We talk about the classics.
See, running headless, desperation. It's true though. It's true. There is no direction. There is no vision. There's no unifying factor here. It's just them doing things. So,
I agree. And Kamchi, we appreciate all your supers today. Like, you've been a big help to the arcade, so we always very much appreciate it. We see a lot of you guys out there. We also have Low Spec Linux Gaming joined us, so thank you for coming in on this show. We always appreciate each and every one of you. And we have another story though, and guys, this is the story of the year till the end of time, the biggest story on the planet. Kevin, are you ready? Is your body ready?
My body is ready.
The chaos, let the earthquake begin. All right. What has been gifted to us by the wonderful site Geeks and Gamers by Alex Garzo is McDonald's new Street Fighter is something Americans can only dream of. Are y'all ready for what America needs? Let's get into what this article has to say. McDonald's is teaming up with Street Fighter, but only in Japan. Well, existence, you are so lame. It's always in Japan. Come on, America. This is what's wrong with our country. We need Street Fighter. Okay. The legendary fighting game from Capcom is collaborating with the fast food chain's Japanese arm to create new menu items based on Street Fighter characters. McDonald's Japan teased this with ads featuring images in shadow that were obviously for anyone with a passing knowledge of video games. The characters from Street Fighter. Kevin, have you heard about this yet?
No, this is a...
Get ready.
This is a gift from the 16-bit gods.
Oh my gosh. Well, be prepared, because now McDonald's Japan has released a series of videos with clips of Street Fighter gameplay featuring the fighters launching hamburgers, sandwiches, and ingredients like onions at each other. There is also a McDonald's restaurant placed in the background of the stage where the various characters are fighting with fast food. This one is Chun-Li's stage, and McDonald's replaces a Chinese butcher's shop. I feel like it kind of reminds me of 4Kids censorship back in the day, you know, where they would replace anime. Like, yes, they replace it with American food. It's like, what a jelly-filled donut. It's clearly a rice ball, and it's probably offending someone's culture as we speak. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this. There are 3 new sandwiches based on Street Fighter characters available at McDonald's Japan. The first is Ryu's roasted garlic mayo egg teriyaki burger. The burger consists of the titular ingredients plus tamarindo. Guys, I was not born Japanese. That's why I don't have a Street Fighter burger in my mouth right now. I'm sorry. Which is richer tasting soy sauce. You're supposed to represent Ryu's determination to improve himself. Oh my god, are they really doing this? Determination to improve himself, while the teriyaki signifies his Japanese nationality. Kevin, I know you are a strong man, very strong. Does this burger? Could you imagine this symbolizing your need to improve yourself?
I mean, I'll give them this. It's probably made of the actual ingredients that come with, not wanting to eat McDonald's. So it means it's real. So, and if it's real, it's for you. So I'm willing to take this ride. I'm willing. Let's just see where it goes. Let's just,
Kevin, I'm gonna take you on the best ride of your life. Your life moments will never be as good as this, my friend. Because here we have Chun-Li eating her McDonald's tie-in sandwich. It's called the Yulin Ji Mayo Chicken, which is a fried chicken cutlet seasoned with soy sauce, sesame oil, and ginger. It is topped with a sweet mayonnaise. The name of this sandwich comes from a Chinese chicken dish popular at Chinese restaurants in Japan, with its connection to the Chinese Chun-Li. So you see, we're getting, ethnic backgrounds here. McDonald's, they just know what the consumers want. They not know more about what the consumers want than Microsoft does. Oh, did I say that? Okay. Also, we have Ken in the final sandwich is his, and it's a triple American cheeseburger. This is not so much of a new sandwich as it is a returning favorite because the Torchy is a discontinued burger. Oh, it's coming back, baby. That's coming back from this Street Fighter collaboration with McDonald's Japan. It's also being renamed Ken's Street Burger. Now I'm picturing him as like, when you go to like a sports game and they have like those trailers you can order from, or like at the 4-H fair, I'm picturing like he's running it. He has like the apron on, cooking up the burgers. The reason behind this one is obvious. Ken is American and cheeseburgers are quintessential American. Plus, the yellow cheese is supposed to represent Ken's blonde hair. Are you kidding me right now? Ken's blonde hair. What about this one, Kevin? Would you give the Ken burger a try?
You know what? I endeavor to be the American the Japanese think we all are. So yes, I'd get 2 of these.
Be like All Might.
Yes. I'd get 2 of these, stack them together like a Scooby-Doo sandwich, and try my best to eat it in one bite.
Well, okay. So I also love Scooby-Doo, but Kevin, you know what I really love? You know what I love? I love Cammy. Cammy's my favorite Street Fighter character. Where's the Cammy burger? This whole article, I even waited till we did it to be surprised on what the Cammy thing was going to be, and they failed me.
They don't serve cake, so there's no tie-in.
I thought you were going to make a poor taste British food joke, and no, you went for the jugular. Family-friendly audience, we refer to chocolate cake. We're just going to keep moving on here. McDonald's is known for promoting movies and other forms of entertainment. As you can see on screen here, we have the Wendy's Wednesday food, chicken nuggets, and all that. Wendy's Wednesday just rolls off the tongue so well. But McDonald's is known for promoting other forms of entertainment. But in America, This usually takes the form of plastic children's toys included with Happy Meal purchase. Famously, they had a Batman Returns crossover in 1992. Oh, no, don't get me started on that. I was already upset about Cammy. Now I gotta talk about all the soccer moms who got... Okay, for those who don't know, let me explain. Kevin, actually, no, Kevin, can you give us the gist? I want your take. Tell us about... While we're talking about food and promotion, please tell us about the Batman Returns controversy that robbed me another Tim Burton Batman movie.
Well, parents were upset that the movie was entirely too violent and that you were selling kids' toys for this violent movie, and it just ruined everything for everybody. But I will say this, the Batman Forever glass set was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Like, they had really good merchandising for Batman Forever, and oh my gosh, M. Bison. Sorry, you get Zangief, M. Bison, Guile, and a McDonald's ad. You see, that's what gamers need. We need to be able to laugh at this kind of thing. And that comes from years and years of wonderful creations like this. And I gotta say, McDonald's, they're doing a very good thing. And a wonderful article here by Alex. But, you know, if Batman Returns came out today, all the girls would be talking about Michelle Pfeiffer, like Sabrina Carpenter and Sydney Sweeney, and talking about she's a queen, and it's in the same era where you have like R-rated Joker movies, but no, all these people got so offended. And yes, Kevin, I am mad. So I need you to give us a shining light of why an American can be happy right now, because, you know, this is over in Japan, and we do have the luxury of airfare, you know, mine's a little tight, but, you know, that is a beauty. You can be a tourist, but tell me something, give people in our audience of whatever background, tell them something they can do to be a proud American this week if they can't get these burgers.
Well, aside from the legion of YouTubers who are probably scrambling to get to Japan to be the first one to taste the Chun-Li fried chicken sandwich, I say, you know what? You go to your local supermarket, you buy a pound of beef, and you fry up some patties, and you have yourself a delicious house burger instead of going, well, it's
Kevin, I don't have the clip of the old lady asking where the beef is at. I don't have that in my archive. I never thought I would need it.
Where's the beef? But that's right. I'm an American. The beef is right here.
Okay. People in the audience, if any of you have any sort of skills in Photoshop, please put like Cammy as the where the beef lady is at and have her like advertising this. This is what we need, people. Oh my gosh. But you know what, Kevin, thank you for going on this magical McDonald's journey with me. This was a good time. But you know what? If our American selves will get something really cool about this, we'll be sure. And you know what? Wait, one more thing. We have a Street Fighter movie coming out, actually, and we've been covering it a lot here on the channel. And I don't know, I've been very happy with the casting. Roman Reigns, I like the actress they got for Cammy, Chun-Li. Kevin, I think we'll be covering that here on That Gameplays. Are you excited to be talking about that a bit more soon here?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And you know what? I bet there'll probably be a Street Fighter, a McDonald's tie-in, right? Because you can't. Americans are going to feel left out, and you've got all these wrestlers and McDonald's, and you know it's action and violence and food. That's as about American as it gets.
Yes. Well, you know what? We have a lot in store here, so hey, be sure to check it out here on That Gameplays. All right. We're about ready to do some plugs here on Why We Close, but we had some people join us, and I want to give a big thank you to a lot of people who've been here. RG Gentum, 16-Bit Acid, Davina Ducksworth, Comchi, 02RR, Gory-Eyed Beast, thank you for joining us. Juliet, the Epic Mod Work, Ninja Pat 15, Shali Feet. Even the French names I have trouble with. The not French names. Shalifi. And I think that's our gang. And if anyone else, wants to put in the last chat in, you know what? We'll get you a little feature in here too. Kevin, What do you got going on, my friend? I know you have that new theme song for your channel. Do you have that ready to go by chance? I could play it on the show if you have a video file of it, if you want to share it.
I think so. I got it's buried in here somewhere. Hold on. Let me see if I can dump it into the chat. Hold on a second.
All good, all good. But I just want to say then, while you're fetching it up, thank you everybody for joining us for our show today. It was a lot of fun. I did not expect to be covering McDonald's today, but you know, video game news is weird, and you know, there's a lot of heartbreak, a lot of joy, but wouldn't be gaming without it. It really wouldn't. Oh my goodness here. Okay, everybody, we have a big whoa. Okay, let me try. There we go. All right, y'all ready for this thing? All right, let's do it. Right.
Follow where the echoes of legends are all we follow. Turn it up, feast your eyes, feel the fever ignite. Glory to your house, we burn through the night. We burn through the night.
Kevin, walk us through. What did we just witness? Because that, I feel like I'm at a concert right now. I will get the lights out. I'm all for it. Like, please, walk us through this.
I know. So I got to thank the cheap wrestler, Matt Rivera, for writing a super cool theme song for the channel, where we're going to talk about all kinds of things. You know, maybe some gaming, maybe some pop culture. Tomorrow, Martin Stone and I are going to be sitting down to chew on some of the latest Doctor Who news, and you know, we're still going to play our guess the Ted Cruz awful Simpsons impressions wrong answer game. So I'm in the middle of editing those clips. So hopefully we'll do that this week. Other than that, man, it's gonna be a space where we can have some fun. So everybody just jump in there, go sub, go like the video because I put this up there, and there'll be some video soon, very soon, super soon.
Wonderful. Well, hey, you've always been a big help here, man. Anytime I give you the plug, and please, people, check it out. Like, if you have not been satisfied with Kevin Apollo tonight, you just got bad taste. I'm sorry. Like, Kevin's got the best taste. But if you also have good taste, you probably want to watch something that's not my show. But anyways, I'm still going to promote it. Anyways, you can check me out at my YouTube channel at Nolan Thunder. I have this series called Lost in the Files, and I talk about video game mysteries, urban legends, rumors, all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, if it's an area mystery, I want to talk about it. And if you're not a gamer, I like to go into that kind of like Netflix documentary style to where it doesn't matter who you are, you can get a kick out of it because gaming history is crazy. There's so many like weird scandals and crazy rumors and talk about evil artificial intelligence in our games, you know, that apparently give people strokes and seizures and stuff. And Kevin voices in it sometimes too. It is crazy. But yeah, you can check me out here. I really recommend Super Mario 64's Dark Secret is every copy personalized. It's been about a year on it, so if you want to check it out, you can find me over there on the Nolan Thunder YouTube channel. And I also want to take a moment to also promote Culture Casino, who's usually my co-host here, but he had some stuff going on, so he couldn't be here today. But you can check him out. He has the 6 Minute Daily. He also has a new show, and it is called, oh my goodness, Kevin, do you remember the name of Culture's new show?
I can't remember the last part.
It is called, oh my goodness, as I try to bring it up here on the YouTubes, it is called, and I quote, it is called, man, Culture, if you were here right now, I know the name of your show. Okay, thank you for the attention to this matter. And the bro talks about politics. He talks about the stuff I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, but he gives the people what they need to hear. And I appreciate that because we need people who are smart talking about politics because there are some people who are not. So we like to say thank you to Culture for his work on this sort of ordeal. So please check out Culture Casino. Please check out Kevin Apollo and what he said. And That was actually perfectly timed. I didn't even mean to do that. That's great. That is so great. I need a clip of that. But yeah, check out Kevin Apollo. Next week, we actually will not be having that gameplays live this coming Saturday because I'm actually going out of state. So we will be back once again on November the 8th. And we're going to have a lot to talk about. Oh, Kevin has something to say.
Do you know what that day is?
No, is it? Is it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was the day that, Halo was a great release back in the day. The conception of Sonic the Hedgehog was a great thing, but nothing compares to the conception and creation of Kevin Apollo. Am I wrong? Is that the birthday?
That is.
Kevin, if you can make it, I'll wear a birthday hat just for you. Actually, Kevin, okay. What's your favorite video game or video game character? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll I don't know. I gotta think about that one because,
Okay.
I love Narc.
Get back to me because I will say if your favorite character is Chun-Li or something like that, I'll find a story about her. We're gonna make this great. If we can put Trish's face on 20 times on her birthday stream over on Tooney Town TV, we can work something out here. Oh my gosh, extreme meme. No, not that kind of stream. Not today. We're not that desperate yet. Not yet. But no, we want to say thank you again. Thank you, 16-Bit Acid, Davina. You're always here. Extreme Meme, 02RR, Kamachi, Kamchi, and maybe next week I'll get your name right. And thank you, all of you. You all make this place truly special, and we can't do it all without you. I want to take also one more second to say, check out Geeks and Gamers. That Park Place has recently merged with them, and it's been making things very awesome. A good chunk of our stories we featured today were from them. It's not like one of those things where corporations merge and then all of a sudden people leave the company and golden parachutes. It's not like that. We've become stronger, we've become better, and a lot of the same faces you love to see, like Marvin Montanaro, he is doing work on both sides of things. So please, check it out. You're going to get a lot of gaming news and a lot of good news and a lot of different avenues of stuff. So thank you again. Thank you so much, Juliet, for the mods. Thank you, Davina. Thank you, everybody. Reach out if y'all ever need anything. We're here to help you, and we're going to definitely talk about it here on That Gameplays. Kevin, are you ready to do the Culture Casino special?
I am.
All right. Remember, until next time, everybody, tune into That Gameplays, and don't forget to get your game on!